بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم إني أسألك وتوجه إليك بنبيك نبي الرحمة محمد صلى الله عليه وآله. يا أبا القاسم يا رسول الله، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله، وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا، يا وجيها عند الله، اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا حسن يا أمير المؤمنين، يا علي بن أبي طالب، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله، وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا، يا وجيها عند الله، اشفع لنا عند الله. يا فاطمة الزهراء يا بنت محمد، يا قرة عين الرسول، يا سيدتنا ومولاتنا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله، وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا، يا وجيهة عند الله، اشفع لنا عند الله، اشفعي لنا عند الله. يا أبا محمد يا حسن بن علي، أيها المجتبى يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله، وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا، يا وجيها عند الله، اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا عبد الله يا حسين بن علي، أيها الشهيد يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله، وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا، يا وجيها عند الله، اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا الحسن يا علي بن الحسين، يا زين العابدين يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله، وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا، يا وجيها عند الله، اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا جعفر يا محمد بن علي، أيها الباقر يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله، وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا، يا وجيها عند الله، اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا عبد الله يا جعفر بن محمد، أيها الصادق يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله، وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا، يا وجيها عند الله، اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا إبراهيم يا موسى بن جعفر، أيها الكاظم يا ابن رسول الله، يا حجة الله على خلقه، يا سيدنا ومولانا، إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله، وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا، يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله.
يا أبا الحسن يا علي بن موسى أيها الرضا يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا جعفر يا محمد بن علي أيها التقي الجواد يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا الحسن يا علي بن محمد أيها الهادي النقي يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا أبا محمد يا حسن بن علي أيها الزكي العسكري يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا وصي الحسن والخلف الحجة أيها القائم المنتظر المهدي يا ابن رسول الله يا حجة الله على خلقه يا سيدنا ومولانا إنا توجهنا واستشفعنا وتوسلنا بك إلى الله وقدمناك بين يدي حاجاتنا يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله يا وجيها عند الله اشفع لنا عند الله. يا سادتي وموالي إني توجهت بكم أئمتي وعدتي ليوم فقري وحاجتي إلى الله وتوسلت بكم إلى الله واستشفعت بكم إلى الله فاشفعوا لي عند الله واستنقذوني من ذنوبي عند الله فإنكم وسيلتي إلى الله وبحبكم وبقربكم أرجو نجاة من الله فكونوا عند الله رجائي يا ساداتي يا أولياء الله صلى الله عليهم أجمعين ولعن الله أعداء الله ظالميهم من الأولين والآخرين آمين يا رب العالمين اللهم صل على محمد.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله آل الله سيما بقية الله. There are three important questions. I want to ask the questions first, then I'm going to explain about it because a lot of people unfortunately do not know the answer. That's why they do a business while the money and the income that they have is haram. And they are all mu'min, mashallah, but they don't know the ahkam. So the question is it permissible to invest in companies who deal in part in intoxicating drinks or anything haram, like pork or anything like that, without the possibility of separating one's investment from debt of the others in that line of production? That means there's a company that they have a lot of halal things. They have, for example, like bread. They have a lot of halal things. But there's also haram things are involved, such as intoxicating drinks, such as pork, such as maita. Maita is like the animal which is not slaughtered in an Islamic way. So example, for example, Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, Burger Kings, or some stores that the store is like, for example, the store has everything, like different kind of juice, different kind of sodas, and also they sell beers. So as a Muslim, can I invest on those companies? Is the money that I'm making from there, is it haram or halal? The answer is no. We're not allowed to go there. I know you make a lot of money, but Islam says anything haram, if anything haram is involved, such as intoxicating drinks, pork, maita, anything haram is involved in that business, that's it. You cannot do business with them. You cannot invest any money. So those who work in Dunkin' Donuts as a worker, that's a different story. Maybe someone works in Dunkin' Donuts, but he gets paid from Dunkin' Donuts. That money he gets is not haram for him as long as his intention is from the halal source. For example, he says to his boss, do the niyyat that the money that you're giving to me is from the halal parts. It's not from pork, it's not from maita, it's not from sausage. It's only from the donuts and the coffees. That's not a problem. But if he wants to do business and start investment in Dunkin' Donuts or McDonald's or something like that, that's actually, they sell haram things, intoxicating drinks. Islamically, we are not allowed to work on those companies. So this is Islamically not allowed. So this is the first question. And the answer is no. And it's not permissible to participate or deal in the productions of intoxicating drinks. So this is the answer. The question is this: a Muslim took a loan from another Muslim. After a while, the market value of that amount go down. How much should he pay back to the creditor? The amount that he got as loan, or it's equivalent in the market value at this time of payment, does the rule different if the creditor is non-Muslim? For example, I took something from someone that time the price of that thing was $100, but now that thing is, for example, $80. So I want to make it a little bit more clear. It's also, like it happens sometimes, especially back in the days in the Muslim countries, the people who migrated, so they gave their house to someone, but it's like kind of we call it rahan, and in America we don't have that. So back in the days, for example, you're paying some money, and still there's this rule still is in Iran, Afghanistan, and some Muslim countries, that you are the house owner, and I get your house, but I don't buy it, I don't rent it either. So I give you, for example, $10,000, and I can live in that house for 5 years, for 10 years. Okay? So back in the days, I remember somebody came to me and said, okay, at that time, 100,000, I got his house. But today that 100,000 is not even $100. But those days, that 100,000, well, like $1,000, $1,500. So what should I do? So the answer is yes, you have to pay according to that time. Like, for example, if you want to give a house back to you, so you give me the money back, you have to give me the 100,000 of that time, not today. So sometimes we get something as a loan from someone, maybe as a car. For example, today the price of the car is $1,000. I want to give you back that car next year. So if I don't want to give you back the car, I should give you the price of the car the day that I got it from you, $1,000. Maybe next year that car will become $800, $700. But Islamically, what am I supposed to do? Islamically, I have to give you back the car with the value of $1,000, not with the value of $700 or $800. So anything we take Islamically from someone, when we want to pay him back, it should be the exact amount of that. So this is the second question. The third question is about the stock market. What is that? Is it allowed in Islam or no? Islamically, there's nothing wrong as long as nothing haram is involved. But you have to remember one thing, in stock market, even if you don't sell the stock, at the day of the khums, if the price of that stock is higher than we got it, from that difference, I have to pay the khums. I want to give you an example. For example, I bought Apple stock. I bought it, for example, for $100. Today, I have to pay my khums. Everybody has 1 day for their khums, right? So after I separate everything and I pay all the khums, I have to go to my stocks. Go online and check the Apple. It's $110. $10 is extra today. I don't want to sell it. I want to keep it. It may go up, but $10 is higher than what I got, right? So from that $10 difference, even I didn't sell this stock, I have to pay the khums. So inshallah, you understood what I said, right? So this is about stock is like, because it's for business. So anything difference at the day of the khums, even you don't sell it, you have to pay the khums. But the stock that we invest must be all from the halal sources, not from the haram sources. So it's not a problem if you want to invest in stock in halal parts, inshallah.
Well, I have a question about the stocks and the real estate. You talked about that too. If the value go up, even though you have not sold the property or the stocks, you still have to pay the funds. Some brother was telling me same story, and he said another Maulana told him that it's not wajib on you to pay that homes because you have not cashed the liquid the money. You don't have the cash sitting there.
It's not wajib if it's not for business. But if it's for business, it's wajib on you. Whoever said that is
what
wrong.
If you don't have it, the money?
It's wajib on you. You don't have to pay it right now as long as you separate it. Yeah. So that's what the khums is for. Like khums, for example, you own the khums $10,000 now, right? Yeah. That's why you have to talk to the representative of Marja and ask for some time. So that's what the homes is. For example, you have to pay $10,000 homes, right? So you come to me and you give me that $10,000. That's it. The homes is done. Or you write a check or anything. I give you back because now you need it. You have to pay the bills and everything, right? So you cannot pay it. I give you back and I give you time, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and then slowly you pay it. So it's not about, it's wajib to separate it, but it's not about wajib to pay right away. That Maulana probably told you that you do not have to pay right away.
Yeah.
But you have to separate it.
But if you don't have it, how do you separate?
If you don't have it, just ask for a time.
Yeah.
Like for example,
a house is 100,000, you bought it,
Mhm.
now it's 200,000. Date comes. So they have to pay 20,000 on the 100,000.
yeah, 20,000.
You don't have 20,000.
You don't have it slowly paid. So
Yes, but
that's the
not
khums
everybody-
on you. It's wajib on you.
Yeah, but you keep it with you.
Yeah, you keep it
But
with
when
you.
you sell the property and you made the profit, then you have to pay right away because you have the cash.
That's the different, yeah. But because you do it for business, this property is actually for the business. It's like I have one house that I'm
rental
living.
property or something. You rent a house.
But the rental property, first of all, for the rent, you don't have to pay homes.
Right.
So that's the difference. But the difference of the price, you got the house for $100,000. Now the house is $200,000. And now $100,000 is extra. So you have to pay the homes. It's wajib on you, but you don't have to pay right away.
Right away.
So that's probably that Maulana.
That's what we can wait till.
Yeah, you can wait.
But if you pay that, it's good.
It's good, of course. Yeah, it's just like you have $20,000 on you, so you finish it as soon as possible. But the day when you sell it,
Yeah, then of course.
maybe that day the price is more. Maybe that's $300,000. Maybe that's $400,000. From that big differences, you have to pay the homes. So if you do it now, it's easier for you. So for example, when you do the $20,000 now, so when it become $300,000,
The price is less. After
Yeah.
5
if your price go down, there's not this $20,000 is wajib on you. Let me give you an example. It's clearly mentioned in Minhaj. I can tell you that I can give you the address of Minhaj, and you can look at it. It's like today is the day of the homes, and your house value is $100,000 extra. So from that $100,000, you have to pay the homes. You did not pay it yet, right? But it's wajib on you. But the house price will go down. It will become again $100,000. So do I have to pay that $20,000? Yes or no? The answer is yes.
You still have to pay for it.
The answer is yes.
Because you already got.
You already got the pro. But you have the option to. So that's why it's wajib on you. So better you pay it slowly.
What if the bank owns the house or you're on a mortgage? You don't have full ownership. Do you pay on the equity if
Yeah.
the equity went up?
So whatever money, so of course in mortgage, so it's like you get a $300,000 mortgage. So some of those money is yours. So for example, at least 25%, right? So you buy a house for $100,000, right? So you have to pay $25,000 to the bank in order to get the mortgage, right? So when the price of the house becomes $200,000, it's not paid off, right? How much is yours? $50,000 is yours. So you pay from the $25,000. You don't have to pay from the whole, because all the money is not yours, it's from the bank. You got it? So that's important. So that's for the time when you sell the house, that's a different story. That's from your own house. Yeah, but if it's my own business, my own house, I sell it, I have 12 months. Or at the day of the homes, then that's a different story. It's just like in America. When you sell the house, your money is in the bank, but you have 12 months. But in homes is a little different. You have time until the day of the homes. If you spend it, you get another house, that's fine. If you didn't get another house, then you have to pay the homes from the entire amount. For example, you sell
profit.
No, from the entire amount, not the profit. The profit is different.
For your own house?
Yeah, that is a little bit confusing. You have to be careful with this. I want to give you an example first in America. You got a house for $400,000.
Your own house.
Your own house. You sold it, right? So the IRS tell you to wait until 12 months. If you spend this money for 12 months, that's it. If you don't spend it from the entire $400,000, you have to pay tax. This is the law in America. Law in Islam. says the same thing, but the only difference is one thing, that in Islam, it looks at the day of the khums. For example, your day of the khums is 6 months later, and you sell your house now, right? The money is in the bank. So now you have 6 months. So within 6 months, you have to find another house. Otherwise, you have to pay the entire khums from everything. If you had to separate khums from the beginning, that's the difference. So for example, for the down payment, you already paid the khums. So you don't pay the khums for that. But for the rest, you have to pay the khums.
It's not about the profit here.
It's not about the profit here. It's about the entire amount there. So there's a lot of, it's very, very important, Ahkam, that a lot of people don't know that.
Where are these Ahkam on? Which book? Is it in English or no?
You have in English, also we have in
reference so we can review all
sure,
of them.
it's
So many.
Bab al-Khums, Ayatul Sistani, and all the maraj.
Yeah.
It's completely clear, Ahkam. That's very, very important. So the thing is, these things must be asked.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, they don't care about they care about it, but they don't know these ahkam. So that's why, inshallah, we have to explain everything to you, inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi.